Holy, a lot of shows. I get overwhelmed when I look at the travel and how none of it makes sense. I just go, hey, we can have that, and that's kind of funny. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the Community Service Podcast with me. I got some dates, baby. You've been coming out to my shows. I fucking love you. Thank you. Up next, Hollywood, Tuesday, Hollywood Improv. What date is that? November 16th. Then November 17th, San Diego. November 18th, Tempe, Arizona. November 19th, Sacramento. That's a theater. I need some help. Tell your friends. November 20th, Tammy Jo Deeren Show, Magic Asphalt in Hollywood. November 26th, Oxnard, California. December 1st through 4th, Little Rock, Arkansas. December 11th, Boise, Idaho. Go to my website. There's a lot more dates, a lot more cities. Message me, hit me up. I love you all. Podcast listeners and broad squads. That from the Chatty Broads, I can say that it's a thing. You know, you've been showing up, and I'm grateful and thank you. I love you so much. Come to my shows, live shows, and tune in right now, right here. Entanglement. Hi, I'm Jada Pinkett Smith, and I've been in an entanglement. Don't touch the mic, Greg. Are we started?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Community Service with Craig Conant. Why am I talking in accents? I don't know. I'm all over the place. Look at my earmuffs. Let's do a little promo, shall we? I can't see my dates. It's all right. I have them in my phone. I don't need that. Hollywood, Tuesday, Hollywood Improv. That's going to be a good one. I'm emceeing. Only get 10 minutes of this, but the lineup will be stacked. It'll be famous fucks, you know. One day I'll be a part of the famous fucks and not on the fucking hosties. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Lucy Pussy. Right here. I'm a cow. What is wrong with me, Chris? What's my next date? I go to Instagram. What is wrong? Meta. That's what's wrong with us. This is the worst self-promotion ever. Maybe we'll do another promotion after the promotion. Meta. You ever go to open your phone to do anything, but you end up on Instagram is my point.
Yep.
I went up to go juice milk eggs. I'm going to the local Trader Joe's and I need some huevos. Why am I looking at big booties oiled up on the gram? They make all these little conglomerate accounts. Yes, I know that's my favorite word, conglomerate. They make the humor in one box, 50 million subscribers, and they pull from all these little comics and they post it on there. Yeah. Same thing with women with fat asses.
Yeah.
These women are building up their fat ass accounts in a good way, you know. Yeah. Oiled, I'm making money. You get that money. Make that pussy pop and get that money, girl. and then these generic conglomerate girls like babes.reels, you know.
Yeah.
And then they'll tag them in it, whatever. But it's just like, just go to the source. Go to the girl, give them your money, and they just trickle. They always wealth usurpation. They say you got followers. Well, how about you stop doing the conglomerate accounts? I messed that word up that time.
A lot of those don't even tag the girl.
Exactly. And that's even worse. Like, if they tag them, that's okay, because at least they're getting credit for their booty and or jokes. But a lot of times they don't even tag you, and you're like, dude, why do you think I'm shaking my ass? You know? It's all fucked up. Just anything too big ruins it. Amazon, I have half of commerce. Well, you're still ugly, Jeff Bezos. Go fuck yourself. I'm cute. Just remember, Jeff Bezos has all that money, but is he cute? Because you're cute. I am pointing to you in the camera and behind the camera. Hey, Chris, let me see it. Let me touch it. Craig got me too by his producer, Christopher Lund. Boy, that's some good weed, isn't it? Look at it. It's weird. I smoke weed and it turns into crack.
Yeah, you're going pretty fast.
You shut up.
What's in that?
Nothing. Energy. My, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Liquid IV energy.
Okay.
You gonna sponsor me, you fucking Liquid IV cucks? I drink your shit. I know. You're gonna sponsor this. I sure hope so. I'm addicted to it. It's so good. The energy, it's like heaven on earth. I'm only allowed one a day, says the doctor.
That's how you know it's good, if it literally says one a day.
I don't know if it says that. That's just my rules. I don't need to. I don't need to have 2 of these a day. Look at me.
It says that on a Monster. I think it says like.
Well, yeah, because you'll get a heart attack and a stroke, and they'll have lawsuits. They'll have fucking lawsuits. Hey, y'all, it's straight up. If you drink Monster, that's cocaine in a can. You're drinking cocaine. That is not. When you can't get cocaine or speed, what do you think the meth heads do? You grab a fucking Monster, and it's the closest thing to it. You're gonna have a stroke. Put it down. I know I'm a hypocrite. I'm drinking energy drink while I'm talking, but like this is my compromise. This is how I don't get stroke. You know what I'm talking about. It's true. Motherfuckers at 20 having heart attacks because they drink 2 Monsters a day. No shit. And fucking tweakers last longer than that, bro. Just saying. You slam dope for 10 years.
It's gotta
Monsters get you. Don't slam dope. Don't slam dope.
It's not the caffeine, right? Or maybe it is, but there's other stuff in there.
Oh, God, that thing is a just cocktail of poisons. This comes from matcha. Matcha, not a bull's dick hole. Although I talk about my dick hole a lot, you know. Sometimes you just gotta roto-rooter your shit and just dilate your own dick hole. Anyhow, yeah, that's why it's called Red Bull. I thought it was a joke. Comedy teaches me everything. And then you go to Google, and taurine comes from a bull's nutsack or lining or no, it's something real. Could you help me out? Tiger. I don't know the technical, but all I know, it's the loin. It's the undercarriage of the bull, something in its dick hole or nutsack gives you the energy. Who figures this stuff out? I know I've talked about this before with my beaver's butts, but who is going in a bull's dick lining and being like, well, this chemical gives the kids energy. Give it to the truck drivers. They'll worship Satan.
Well, the first headline says taurine. Red Bull does not contain bull sperm. That's what the first headline says.
I know it's not sperm, but it's something in the nuts. Boy, we're all over the place. I haven't even touched my notes yet. It's blank. Yeah, bull dick lining. Nutsack lining.
It was originally derived from ox bile.
Ox vomit?
But like the yellow
shit in your stomach,
in your liver that processes
things. So it has nothing to do with the dick?
No.
I mean, still, ox puke
because it's in
equally as bad. I thought it was
taurine is present in bull semen. However, Red Bull says their taurine is produced synthetically.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I was like, I know it. I'm pretty sure I've checked that one, but you know, it goes in one ear, out the other ear. I have no why I did that. Did you hear that? That wasn't on purpose. I don't know why I did that. Anyhow, do you struggle at life every day? Me too. And I'm doing well. Even when you're doing well, it doesn't feel safe. Maybe that's because I was abused. Oh, your dad hit you? You don't feel safe? Join the club, pussies. You get over it. You get funny. You get therapy. Still not over it. Fuck you, daddy. No, I love my dad. Boy, do I love talking shit, too. Boy, do I love talking shit, too. It's payback, daddy. No, I see him every week. And I miss him when I don't. I need to go visit that fool tomorrow in the daytime because I got too many shows. I get a little break after this week. I thank the Lord. And let me tell you, I got what I wanted. But, boy, I wanted a lot. I wanted a lot. I just need a little rest of the legs. Ooh. It's delicious. It's delicious. That's enough of that. Now on to the THC. I sold my bong that I had since I was 15, 16. And I regret that now. I sold it recently, like 2 years ago. It just sat in a closet at my dad's house for like forever.
You lent me one for several years.
That's the same one.
Is it that one?
Yeah, that thing's
wow.
a tank.
Yeah,
it's
it was
heavy
great.
glass. That thing's been dropped on the floor like 6 times. It's never broken.
Yeah, I broke the down stem, but
Yeah, I've broken 6 down stems
Yeah.
on that bad boy. As long as it's the down stem, you're all right. They don't even make them like that anymore. Everything's glass on glass. I'm an old man now. Back in my day, you had a rubber gasket. And
Yeah.
it cracked after so long, and you had to go to the hardware store and get another rubber gasket. Some used medical tape in a time of need. That someone was me, and it sufficed. But let me tell you, the rubber gasket works better. Hey, King Albert, let me get your cock ring over here. I need it for my bong. Is that what it's called? Oh, people pierce.
Prince Albert?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Prince Albert. Hey, Queen Elizabeth, bring your cock ring over here. You can't say that. How's she doing? Is she okay? She's probably killed and eaten people, but I still kind of hope she's all right. It's weird. It's weird how the royalty can do that to you. Did you cause and do genocide? Possibly, maybe, actually, for sure. You've lived a long life. But also, like, I hope you're well. You know? Is that how you feel?
I don't think about those people at all.
I don't either until I
Almost
make
ever.
fun of them.
Yeah.
It says I'm talking about it on my podcast. Also, podcast listeners, thanks for showing up to my show. I see you. I see you coming out. Taylor, I got her last name on the email. Hang on. She came pregnant and drove 4 hours. Taylor Marcella, God bless you with your hubby. What's up? And then I mailed them their merch like a long time ago, and it got returned to sender. And then I was going to remail it, but then they were at the show. They told me, like, we're coming to the DC. So instead of remailing it, I just brought their package to them. It was really funny. And then we smoked the joint, and we said, what's up to Bobcat Goldthwait? He was in the big room. I was in the little room. I was in the little dungeon downstairs. We'll talk about the DC run. Did I finish all the topics? Because I know I went.
I think so.
Was there any button that needed to be buttoned? I tried to be better at that now.
Anything about the royal family?
Oh, yeah, just weird, like, I know I'm talking about them because they're in the news, and she's old as shit. And then I talk about that stuff because they probably have done some, I don't know. They're at war for 50, 80, 100, a bajillion years. I'm sure some shit went down. But then also you're like, well, hope you're well, old lady.
Yeah, in that sense, she's just an old lady.
Yeah. How evil is she? I don't know. I'm sure. Anyways, let's go back to positive. We're not talking about royal blood anymore. We're all royal. Washington, D.C. was fucking awesome. There was so much to do. I was tourist shit. My homie from the Secret Service, I don't know if I'm allowed. I mean, we didn't do anything. He can tell what his job title is. Anyways, a childhood friend. I don't know what the fucking NDNAs are about this. And my buddy Chris, he took me touring, and we drove up to the White House, and to a certain extent, they don't allow driving anymore. He told me since. I was like, oh, because of the insurrection? I kept saying resurrection too, by the way. I'm surprised I said it correctly right there. And then he's like, no, it's been that way since the Oklahoma City bombing. Once they could put a bomb in the car, they haven't let any cars park anywhere near. And you could walk up and it's just tourists. They had a tall fence, but not that tall. Could have climbed it. But he was saying all the little extra shit they have on that fence. Like the spikes look aggressive, but he said they break off with like 2 pounds of pressure, so no one can use them as leverage,
Okay.
And he said at one point they were even testing like a roller top, so you just couldn't never get a grip. It was just a roller.
Oh,
And then, I mean, even if you get over, there was just 2 SUVs full of. He's like, those guys have. Like, he had a Sig Sauer P226 with 357 Magnums, which of course has mad stopping power. But he said he's Secret Service. That shit's crazy.
Damn.
I was like, hey, let me see your gun. He's like, no, come on, let me touch it. Let me see it. He's like, no. I was like, oh. I mean, I never got to touch it, but I got to see what it was. And then he's responsible. Doesn't let a comedian hold his service pistol. What's your deal, bro? God. And he said that the SUVs in front of the White House have like gear, just full auto. He said, I didn't know that world. I don't know that full. I just know some handguns and some rifles and whatnot. And then he said every now and then some dumb fuck will try to do something and they'll just release. They got dogs too. And he said working for Biden does suck. Not on any political shit, just because he's old and they don't travel really. And or as much. And then they said previous President Trump, they were, traveling everywhere. And I don't know if he was Secret Service pre-Trump. But yeah, he's like, dude, we don't go anywhere anymore. We were going all over the country and the world. That's cool. I didn't even think about that. The cities he gets to see and whatnot.
And he got put up in like nice hotels.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, oh, so you're a road dog too. Well, not anymore. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. That's nothing damning. It's the truth. You could see it. You could look at the flight logs. Speaking of flight logs, look at Epstein's. Can't talk about that. Where's that on the news? Boy, that was weird. Okay. I don't know how. Okay, let's just talk about the weather. I don't know how to talk about this kid. I love this kid, but it's my buddy Zach Gish opened for me in DC, and I love you, Zach. But the first night, man, this kid bombed his fucking dick off, dude, and that's why I was hesitant. I was like, how do I talk about this? No, but he's funny. He's a hustler. He's 2 years in. He's a new comic. This kid's a go-getter. And then I had to call in Frankie French. I hit up my homie Josh Adam Myers. He's like, hit up Frankie French, get her on the shows. Because this was Thursday night. So this was 2 people show, And then I was like, you got 20? He said, yeah, I got 20. And then I was like, all right. And then, so it's a 2-man show. It's different. You got a cold open, do a long set. And then I got to do like an hour plus now. Because I thought the club would have a host,
Yeah.
And it's just 2-man show. And then hit up Josh, and I was like, hey, I need a DC comic, strong, cold open up top. He's like, hit Frankie up. Text her, and she came, and she did Friday, Saturday, the next 4 shows. And it set it up much better. Yeah, this is for you, Zach. You're too ambitious. You're good, which is good and bad. Yeah. It's always in the beginning when you're so hungry. You want all these things, and it just takes time. Anyways, it sounds like I'm talking shit. That's why I'm scared to talk about it. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I want to accurately describe the events that went down. Love the kid. You're going to be fine. He bombed the first show, and then we got Frank cold opening the next 4, and then all was good. But the DC crowds, a couple of them were real. It was, for the first time ever, it felt weird. Like what Chris Rock talked about in colleges, like scared to talk about things. How I thought it was going to be in Portland and Seattle, and it was not. They were down. That shit was lit. But here it was. And it was weird because Frankie called them out, and then Zach called them out. And then I was like, on it, and then I was like, okay, I'll try not to, and then I was up there and I was like, no, like, I'll call you out too, like, you guys are weird. It was just I think it's too political. Everything's
yeah.
political there. Everyone's afraid of opinions and everyone's important. And that shit drives me nuts. It's just like, I don't give a fuck if it's like a game or like a war or like fighters. They fight, and then they sit down and they have a beer next to each other.
Yeah.
You're not in the arena anymore. You stop it. Just because that guy likes Trump and you like Biden, so what? Laugh. Have a beer. Pretzel. Finger your lady. Do what you gotta do. I'm always searching for punchlines. You know, you gotta. I know. I just go to the top dirty stuff. It's what I know. Yeah, and it felt that way. I had to call him out too. I was like, "You guys think you're so fucking important?" I was like, "Loosen up." Oh, building of commerce. Oh, I ship stuff. Everything was just a lot of suits. I'm fine with the suits, but fucking take the cufflinks off. Loosen up. It was weird. It was weird, man.
Well, it was right in the heart of DC.
Mm-hmm.
I just
A
wonder,
couple of them, not all.
because it feels like that whole area has just got to be full of politicians and lobbyists and just people that are tied into the whole system.
Yeah, it really
so
is.
much.
That's the first time I've ever noticed shit like that. I'm like, oh, like everyone here is on a mission for something.
Yeah.
Power, change. That's good. That's cool. But it's also like, hey man, like, hey, let's clock out the job there. You're not that important. We all shit our pants. We all go doodoo in the Dandelions. Oh, we all go doo-doo. Yeah. Zach's going to kill himself after he listens to this. Just kidding. I love you, bro. You know you ate shit on that first though. Wow.
You probably were in a similar boat at some point in your early years, right?
No. I wasn't that delusional. Oh, for sure. You always say, it's funny that you asked that. That is good. Zach asked for the opportunity and got it, and that's good. He's a go-getter and a hustler. But I never asked for it. I let it come, you know.
Okay.
So I would get those opportunities that I wasn't ready for, but I didn't ask for them, you know. I guess you just made me put him on blast. No, I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with asking for shit too. I love this analogy. I don't even know if I heard it or if I may have made it up. It's possible, but I was like, because everyone says squeaky wheel gets the grease. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, which is true. But then I don't know if I improvised this and adapted a second chapter. This is Revelations. Is that the first one? I don't know. I don't even know the chronological
It's the last
order.
one.
Earlier or later?
Revelations is the end of it.
Okay, see, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. The fuck was I talking about? Oh, the squeaky wheel. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. But the squeaky wheel, if too squeaky, also gets chopped the fuck off and replaced. You know what I'm saying? That's truth right there.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that happen with others, not you, Zach. I'm just saying, I told him this exact analogy. I've seen that happen. And you're just like, oh, you can't put a man against the wall, or a woman, whatever. You know, you may ask them for work, you know, and you may get it right then and there, but it may not. You just get it that once, you know.
Yeah.
If you let it come, it's organically built over time, and it's a relationship, and that's what it's about. It's what this whole shit is really about, you know. Connection, communication, community. Yeah, really though. What else is there besides fucking family and friends? I'll tell you what else there is. Is it say it on this side?
Yes.
Okay, because it says it on my this side. And I was afraid of what if it was just blank on this side. And I'm going like this. I'll tell you what. Is this still hot? God, I'm weird. I just drank that so weird. You know what this needs? A little sugar. A little sugar. There's poo-poo tea in here. Triple leaf shit your pants tea. And then I doubled down. I'm a savage.
What the hell?
Well, because one tastes like shit and one tastes good.
Okay.
The poo-poo tea tastes like shit. What a shocker. Let your greatness show from your inner light. Well, isn't that lovely? I love to fart.
Is that the one that makes you shit?
No, the one that makes you shit is blank.
Okay.
You think they were going to give me wisdom with poop?
I just didn't know if inner light was like a euphemism for...
I didn't even check my hair situation. Hair flap. Is it bad? No, it's okay.
I honestly still can't tell. Like it.
No, as long as there's not a flap over my face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to shit? Like, what's up with the...
I always need to shit.
Do you have, no
I go
plans
back and
later?
forth. I just take the world as it comes, Chris. What am I gonna think ahead? When have I ever done that in my life?
Yeah.
Fuck the future. We're in the now. All that matters is now, and now I'm gonna drink my poo-poo tea. That's what I tell you. Let me tell you something. You know, you go on the road, you fly, you eat shit, you get backed up, then you shit your pants. Then it's just a vicious cycle. I don't know what's what. I tell you what, I like to take psyllium husk and this poo-poo tea and purge the demons.
All right.
And purge. Yow! Wakatala. That's what my mother says a lot. Wakatala. I know I've said that before, but it's just on my mind. My mom's sweet lady. Wakatala. I gotta visit her too. I have one day to do it.
Does it mean anything?
I have no idea. I don't really have follow-up questions. I just let the world influence me as it comes. You people and your you from DC? You from DC? You're important. I have questions. Go fuck yourself. Fucking. I walked in the Starbucks without a mask, and then I did not put it on because those 3 people in front of me and they were not wearing it. And then the lady taking orders had her nose out, and I was like, oh, nice, a little freedom, you know? And then I wasn't paying attention because I was high off my rocker. And then all of a sudden I look up, and she goes, sir, mask. And I was like, all right. And I put it on, and then I looked around, and everyone was wearing their masks. And I was like, am I on drugs? Do I just see what I want to see? Did I see freedom? And then... No, I think they all just walked in and then put it on.
Okay.
But I saw and I was like, oh, cool. And then everyone's sitting down. Of course, they're not wearing it. That's my quarrel. There's alcohol in here. Obviously, you've heard this argument 50 million times. But at one point, is humanity just going to say enough? I blame us for enforcing this stupid shit. There's people eating with no mask. The whole restaurant. Mm-hmm. The whole restaurant. You know where I'm going with this. But when I go to the host, I got to wear it. From the walk to the host to the table. At one point, are we going to ditch that one, guys? That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
This is the upside down. It's just like, what? Like, why? Just the restaurant needs to say, hey, you know that dumb thing we do for 8 to 12 feet? We're going to stop that.
I'm just worried about when it switches to like every customer can do whatever they want, but every employee has to wear a mask all the time.
That's fucked up too.
And it's just going to be like that going forward because you just have a shitty job where people look at you and they think, oh, you're going to get me sick. Wear a mask. Like, that's the division that I see, sticking around.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. I also don't think it will. I think it'll all go back to normal.
Everything's going back to normal tomorrow. That fucking host table to the dinner table shit makes my blood boil every time. Because you're just like, do we have to do this dance? What is it for? That guy's coughing, laughing, shit-faced with the martini with his bacon-wrapped scallops going, and me walking to the table I gotta wear the mask. You gotta do your part. You could suck my fart. That's visual. Anyways, enough about that nonsense. Nobody wants to hear that shit. We're over it. We're over it. Oh, and of course, I forgot. This kid, Zach's 20. He's 20 and he's 2 years in. Fucking wild, dude. And he brought this kid, Reese London. And this motherfucker's 19. So my posse is a fucking 19-year-old and a 20-year-old. And we, honestly, they're more mature than me. No, we had a fucking hoot, man. That kid, Reese, is funny as shit. He was the videographer and just shooting shit. And they're just hustlers and go-getters, and they're just trying to make shit happen. I love and respect that. Good job, kids. But, Zach, slow your roll. Oh, just true jokes, bro. True jokes. What else about DC? The streets are clean as fuck. The streets are so sorry, I just threw up a little in my mouth. The streets were immaculate. I was like, is everyone out here with a pressure washer every night? But I was like, I guess, again, it's Washington, D.C. Everything's a monument. Everything's a history, a Smithsonian, or a political building. Why am I doing this? And but there's a lot of rats. There's just rats. So many rats. We talked about this. We're like, well, maybe that's why the streets are so clean.
They have to be, because it'd be
the
10
rats,
times the rats. Or you think the rats
or the rats clean it up. There's no trash.
Maybe if there were goats, I could see that. I feel like rats don't eat.
Billy goats eat plastic?
I think so.
Remember the goat on Adam Sandler? Hey, can you help me back on the truck bed? My owner's a real piece of shit. He'll beat the fuck out of me. Okay, we're good. No hair flaps.
They superimposed me.
Did they?
No, he's like, what the fuck is superimposed?
What the fuck? Dude, I need to re-listen to that. That is so good. Hey, get me down. Come on. Hey, I've been stuck up there for 3 days. The old man just beats the shit out of me. Put me back up. It's hard with my hoofs.
The ragu music.
A lot of rats. So cold. We were hanging out over a grate. One of those grates, the subway, emits heat. The fan. We're getting that dirty subway recycled shit air. Just because we were filming Little Silly Man on the Street shit at the nation's capital and the Boner Alert and Abraham's Grizzly Adams and etc. White House, everything was fucking white, How about a brown building? Racist. I'm just kidding. I said that on stage. Why is it called the White House? Paul Mooney said that, and I think it's hilarious because it is. I've talked about it before. It could be coincidence, but it's a weird thing to say with our white power history.
Yeah.
Weird name. I just call it how I see it. So freezing. I was wearing Carhartt jacket, flannel, everything. Just, it was 45, and I was like, I can't take this shit. Just so cold. Oh, they're like, this isn't cold. At night, I was walking home because the club was close to the hotel. And, like, people were just in, like, a thin flannel like that. Like a flannel and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I have a Carhartt winter thick coat and the Sherpa line flannel zipped up, buttoned up, hands in my sleeves like the 19-year-old I was hanging out with. And it just, it's just a joke, Reese. You're young. And, yeah, it was just freezing. Yeah, that was so funny. Just fucking, we were just smoking weed, giggling about like my posse, my entourage. These fucking go getters though, go hustler. I hope your YouTube channel blows up, Reese. The kid's already flying out and filming comics and shit and all that stuff. I mean, like, go get it, kid. Go get it. And in college. It's like, yeah, my mom's making me go to college. I'm like, quit that shit. Keep following weird comedians. You'll go far. Nah, he's doing business though. That's all my notes. Oh, just I forgot about that. Sadie, my lady, was doing a podcast, and I text Chris, "Be quiet when you come in." He's like, "Okay," and then of course I was like, "Hey, Chris, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh God," but she said it was an audio only podcast, so she's in the living room in front of her desk, and then I'm walking out in my boxers, nothing else, maybe socks, at most. And then I look at her on her podcast, and it's video. And I'm behind her in my chon-chons. And I was like, "You said audio." I didn't say that. I went, "Ah!" And I just ran. I was just doing shit around the house. I haven't even talked about the Ohio run either. With old Pat Quinn. That old dirty dog son of a bitch. I probably should have him on the pod. I didn't plan ahead. And talk about the tour. How long have we been rolling, soldier?
35 minutes.
Oh, but it's a hot 35. It was a hot 35.
Yeah.
I would have let Pat tell the Ohio stories if we were at like 50. But I need more Pat. We can still have him on, though. I love him.
Did you eat any good food in D.C.?
The club actually had good food. Diarrhea City, but good food. Where did we go? I was with two young bucks. We ate McDonald's. No, I can't even remember. We just starved and ate at the club. Yeah, sounds like the 19-year-old and old man fucking... I ate at one cafe called the Commissary. That shit was fire before my flight. Very good. Washington, D.C., I'm important. I looked up a steakhouse and a seafood. I was going to get like grilled lobster before my flight, but then I was eating the club food all weekend, cheeseburgers and fries and chicken sandwiches, and I was like, maybe I'll go like get just standard eggs and fruit. Yeah. Something slightly less heavy. And that's what I chose. I almost went to like Joe's Seafood Guy or whatever and spent a lot of money and loved it, but it paid the price. Oh, I forgot about all that. I don't want to talk about this. Did I talk about staying at the owners of the club's house?
No.
Man. First of all, just want to state, we're not going to name names, but owner was lovely. Lovely. House was lovely. Everything was lovely. But it was still weird, You're just like, me and Pat were walking in like two teenagers, like trying to sneak back into your high school house and not let no mom you're drunk,
Yeah.
like. And then we're high, just giggling, eating like they had. Well, he wasn't. I was going through the cabinets looking for snacks, and hope he doesn't listen to this. And then people were like, "Why were you staying at the owner's house?" Because that's just what happens sometimes. Okay. I learned a lesson. Should have got a hotel. I'm gonna get a hotel. Not that anything. There was nothing negative about it, other that I just felt like a high school student all over again, sneaking into a parent's house.
Yeah.
That's all that was. We were giggling though. The laugh. I tell you what, it was fun for the giggles. It was fun for the giggles. And then it was creaky wood floors too.
Hate that.
And they had a bidet, and then I was using it, and I was like, I know they can hear me. I know they can hear the bidet spray, and me going, "Wow, it's cold. It's cold." And yeah, we'll wait to have Pat on to tell the stories better. I forgot. How could I forget? Frankie French's husband is the most dope motherfucker. We were cracking up, dude. We were so high, smoked weed, and then we were chopping up stories because he has similar stories to mine.
Yeah.
So we're just going pop, 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 and we were howling, bro. And then after my show Saturday night, I had two shows Saturday night. Then after they do an open mic, and then we get high outside, and they're like, you want to do the open mic? I'm like, no way, I just did 2 shows, and then like I ate an edible, and then we walked in the room to go watch the homie or whatever, and then me and him were laughing like just that, but not at the show, just totally just like just being so, but I couldn't help it. I was like, hey, I gotta get out of here, I can't be in here. So I'm a comic, I know what I'm doing is rude, but I couldn't control it. And then I left the room, and then we were laughing in the hallway, just laughing. I couldn't even tell you, just that giggly schoolgirl shit or church shit, don't laugh. Just fucking howling, dude. Howling. Howookie Crisp. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Gookie Crisp. I went to an Oxygen bar before. We're back to Ohio now. The Ohio runner ran out of DC stories. Oh, Bobcat, I think I made him feel weird. I think no one knows how to take a compliment, because I was like, hey, man, I grew up watching you, bro. I was like, you have no idea. As I'm talking to him, I was like, I think that fool directly influenced my comedy for sure. Just long-haired, crazy, wild man that did weird voices.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I used to watch you on Police Academy and that horse movie, Hot to Trot. I used to always rent that on VHS. And I was like, bro, I saw you hundreds of times by the time I was 10 years old. And then I got into stand-up, and then I started watching your stand-up. I learned about Ronald Reagan, how much of a schmuck he was. And then I was like, I love that movie you did, The Greatest Dad. The Greatest, I fucked up the title, and he corrected me. It was with Robin Williams. He wrote and directed it. It's so dark, and it's so good. And then he was like, oh, thanks, man. And then I got a picture, and it was dope. And I was just like, oh, fuck, I think I fanboyed too hard, Anyways.
I'm sure he gets that a lot.
Yeah, he was saying how even, like, he did his shows, and a fan brought, like, some weird, like, obscure movie where he was a troll, and he was in it for 5 minutes, and asked him to autograph it. And he said, like, stuff he dismisses, he needs to not, because, like, he makes fun of it. And then he's like, but that person, like, it meant enough for them to bring it to the show. And like, when you watch shit as a kid, I don't think people know how much you impact them.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's silly, but like, he did. Yeah. He anything, even his troll movie or his important jokes when he said that, it put it in perspective with me. I was like, yeah, I know I make fun of myself a lot, but even if it's a silly fart joke, if you pull someone out of their depression for just a brief moment, you don't know how much you impacted them, And I was like, oh, like it's impactful. It's crazy. I'm glad I'm playing with paper, otherwise I might start crying. I missed. Yeah, you are important. We are all important. We all got God's little light inside. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. God's an omnivore. I don't know what that means. And I'm bouncing back city to city. Back to Zach and Reese. We were doing Man on the Street shit, and these 3 dudes hit us up. And they're like, can we ask you some questions? And then we're like, yeah, and we were answering. And it was pretty fun. And then they hit us with that Jesus prayer, but they didn't know they were down with some God fools, because we were all like, yeah, I'm down with God. I'm down. I grew up with Jesus. And it was just, I don't know. It was just funny, the interaction. And I said, they said something like, they said, man, God, dear God, and I was like, how you know he's a man? He could be a woman. And then it was just, I was just doing shit like that for their prayer, but interrupting. It's quite hilarious, but in a fun way, on the same team. And we had a good talk about that, because they're all about Jesus. I was like, I am down with Jesus, but I believe he was black or brown and not blue-eyed. And I believe that Rome changed that for racist reasons. And then And then I just like to throw in the left
Yeah.
hooks. Like, I believe in what you say, but it's slightly skewed. And then I was like, I also believe, like, it doesn't really matter. It could be Jesus, Buddha, Allah. The roses in my backyard, it don't matter. Anything intelligent, of higher intelligence. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Those roses are higher intelligence. Have you smelled them? Put your nose in a rose and tell me God's not in it. And tell me God's not in it. I'll tell you what. I was just sniffing roses right before this podcast. I said, hello, Nana. Good to smell you. Because she's with God now.
Yeah.
You get it? Nana's dead, everybody. But it's okay. I seen a silver bush. Well, that's inappropriate. I'm sorry. I loved her. And yes, we did see a silver bush. Me and my sisters did. She just walked by and be like, nice tits. She had perky tits at 92. Nothing makes sense in this world. I swear to God, I'll have my sisters on. I'll get my sisters on again. My mom won't do it. I asked her a bunch. I asked my dad. He just goes like this. He just gives me those psycho eyes I remember as a child. I got to get him on. I'll get him on with my sisters. I don't know if he'll do it by himself.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to carry it if you had him on by himself.
He'd just try to be funny or be real short and get angry. Also, him trying to be funny is he's been trying to get me to do this thing on Doodoo wipes or bum wipes for 10 years now. Like, Dad, that's a dad joke. Bum wipes. Get it? Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll plan that for next week. How are we going to fit them all in here? We have to go to my dad's. We need a couch. No, we could do it in the living room here.
Good.
Me and my sisters on the tiny couch. And then my dad on an office chair. Or all of us on a big couch. Oh, it's happening. I'm making this happen. Please text and remind me. I'll forget immediately after this podcast. Hello, Daddy. I'll tell my sisters. Don't tell him what happened in our childhood, because I know he doesn't remember. And you're just gonna make it weird. He's texting me right now. We go back and forth. We ebbs and flows. Did I shart on this trip? No. I didn't. Did I get any poop stories?
I don't believe so.
I haven't been asking for them. I got to get active. I got to do my own homework. I'll tell you what, I just don't want to do anything ever all the time. You guys like that? I have all this work to do and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do shit. I'm going to stand here, sit here, lay down, rub my nutsack. And that's it. And I'm fine. Sadie walked in the bedroom and I was just laying there with my hand on my nuts and like a hand on my chest. She's like, what are you doing? You look like a hospital patient right now. Like you're not on your phone. You're not watching. Just like this. Just still. Just still. And I was at peace. I was okay with it. That's my meditation.
I used to daydream a lot before cell phones.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, especially just, stare out the window and think some thoughts and just watch a tree blow in the wind.
I still do that. I am proud of myself. I am absolutely addicted to this for sure. But I'll put it down and I'll just forget about it for hours. Nice. And I won't respond to important shit sometimes, actually. And they're like, dude, agent shit, show shit, promotion shit. Mr. Medium with Comedy Central. Oh, I was playing with my cat. Sorry about that. My cat loves me more. And I like that. I like that. We all need more of that. You got to just be still and be in the moment and not in your head. as I also am in my head, I just try not to be. You could do your tapping. This tapping. I don't know. She does that shit. I feel stupid when I do it. Meditation, transcendental TM, not trademark, transcendental meditation, and whatever, man. Shirodara, hiking, nature, roll around in the soil. I always say put your dick in the soil. I'm not kidding. God will love you back. God will love you back. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, Chris? Were you gonna ask something?
Yeah, you've never been in a flotation tank before, right?
Oh shit, good thing you brought that up. We went to go do that in what was the final city? I believe it was Toledo. Everything's a blur. I apologize, people. But it was Ohio. It was like 5 cities. What was Toledo, and we had time to kill before the show. And we went to a think tank because everything was closed, and we just wanted to take a shower.
Yeah.
And get wet, clean. But we just slammed coffee, and that's bad for the think tank.
Yeah.
Not a think tank, float tank. Fuck a think tank. Think tank is what the corporations go, how do we get these people to cannibalize themselves and fight amongst each other so we could take over? Oh, yes, that's good. That's a think tank. How do we pull one over on the masses without them knowing it? Conglomerate. How do we sell them poison that was previously illegal? But then we make it legal, and then we put it in diet soda. How do we do that? Hire Donald Rumsfeld. That's how we do it. Isn't that crazy? That's truth right there. I know I go all crazy town. But I believe it was aspartame was illegal and found and harmful to humanity. And then for like 9 or 11 years, like a long time. And then they go, you know what? Let's kill some people, boys. And this is a think tank. This way. I'm off the... Make me go back and finish whatever I was doing, because I don't remember what that was now. Right. Then they get in the think tank, just make it legal and put it in diet soda. We'll say it makes you thin. And then they did. And it's linked to degenerate brain disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, seizures, too much. And it's still there. It's still in there. It's still in there. It's still in there. Enjoy your diet soda. It's all right. I drink the high fructose corn syrup, GMO modified. I wonder why my goiter has a goiter. Because I drank the GMO. But it's when you see the fountain drink in the movie theater, the commercial, you're like, I'll take the cancer. It worked. GMO. It's good for me. Monsanto. Sponsored by goiter. What was I talking about?
Float tanks.
Oh, the float tank. So we didn't do it because we drank coffee. Boy. All because I said the wrong word. I was like, how did I get there? We went to the float tank, but we did the oxygen bar.
Yeah.
With essential oils. And they had eucalyptus, lavender, regular. And then I quoted the Norm Macdonald sitcom. I put it on. I was like, and the gal there, she was so sweet, and she hooked us up. And we were like, yeah, go to the show. We'll put you on the free guest list. She was working though, and then I was just like, I remember my notebook where I left it in the 4th grade in Miss Beverly's class. And they started laughing. I was like, no, that's Norm Macdonald's show. I ripped it, but I let them know I ripped it.
Yeah.
And it did. It made me for sure clear-headed, because we drove 4 or 5 hours into that gig.
Oh, yeah.
Car ride, no shower, just like all discombobulated and out of it. And then we did that, and we're like, I feel good. I had never done the oxygen bar yet, and it was cheap in Toledo. It was just like $10. And yeah, because in Vegas I never did it because it was like expensive, and I didn't really want to. Anyhow, oxygen bar, first time trying it, 2 thumbs up. And I wanted to do the damn float tank, but we didn't have enough time, and like it makes you. We're too jacked up on coffee and oxygen, and it just ended up happening.
You wouldn't have probably been able to relax as much. But
Oh, that's also what it was too. I want to do that correctly, and what Rogan said is true. Like you need a lot of it. One time's not going to do anything, because the girl said that too. She said no, one time maybe if you meditate and you know how to go there. But she's like, it's like the Rogan analogy. What he said, what it does is peels back the onion over and over, and you get down to the layers. And I was like, okay, I want to do this correctly, not jacked up on coffee and oxygen, and not just because I want to take a shower in the water.
They got a good one in Venice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You get 2 hours for $40. And that's about a good length of time.
Okay.
And then you can do it. You can buy a package, so you could go like once a week.
I would do
something.
a package because I want to unlock the layers of enlightenment. And she was saying, we were just talking about Rogan because he's the one who shed light on that to the masses. And she goes, "Oh yeah, God bless him, because like every fourth client is from him mentioning it on his podcast." I was like, that's amazing. The guy's building industries of float tanks. And she said he has one. I just listen to the clips. I don't actually listen to I know I talk about him a lot. I don't listen to the whole episode, although I need to listen to that Snoop Dogg episode. I'm a clip man, though. It's just so many clips. It's 4 hours. 4 hours. Anyways, she said he has one at his house. I'm like, oh, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that studio he built before he left LA had one in it.
Oh, really?
And it's this, if you go to Venice, it's the guy who built his for him.
Oh, cool. That's amazing.
I don't know if in Austin he got somebody different to do it, but the guy's name is Crash, I think, and it's called Float Lab. And I've been to both the Venice location and the Westwood location. And the Westwood one has like 6 chambers, and it's huge.
Yeah.
The Venice one has 2, and it's like it's like a mom and pop one, like his first one.
Yeah.
But then the Westwood one is like the business, like fancy one.
How crazy is it you could just hallucinate in there?
Yeah, I mean,
potentially without any hallucinogens. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's so wild to me to achieve that with no drugs.
But it's like, even if you don't, 2 hours in there, you're going to be incredibly relaxed. It's like getting a full body massage. It's like floating in space. When I walked out of there, like for 2 miles of walking, like my feet they're like bouncy. Like my spine was all stretched out. Everything was just
I haven't done it, but I can't wait. I know it's going to be a similar world as cryo. I did the cryo, and you just felt high and euphoric naturally, but super calm, light on your feet, refreshed. You slept better.
Yep.
I had a subscription when I had the cheap rent, and then my rent went up, and I canceled the subscription. Well, the pandemic happened actually too. It was a double dose. Now it's just too far, but that was cool. That was cool.
You've never done an ice bath, have you?
Yes and no. I did the equivalent to the ice bath at the Voda Spa.
Okay. Like a cold plunge or something.
Yeah, next lady got me a gift card to the masseuse place. So they had the hot jacuzzi and the cold jacuzzi. But that thing was
wow.
That was cold.
Yeah.
That was ice bath. They're like, yeah, sitting there for 2 minutes after your massage. Like, yeah, no problem. 4 seconds. I was like, what the fuck? I did like for sure more than 2 minutes, but I kept getting out.
Yeah.
I could do it like 30 to 45 seconds at a time. That was gnarlier. The ice bath was gnarlier than cryo. Cryo I could handle better. The ice bath was more of a shock.
Yeah, I've done like just 15 pounds of ice in the bathtub and fill it up with water and get into that. Does the jacuzzi, does the water circulate?
Yeah, it's basically an ice bath jacuzzi.
Because
it's really weird because it's also mentally mind fucking.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a hot place.
Yeah.
And you get in and it is ice. Unreal.
Because the best part about an ice bath, when you hold perfectly still, you can be fine. But when the water splashes back and forth, that's when it's extra cold.
Yeah.
So I imagine in a jacuzzi like that, it would be insane. Just the circulating cold water just hitting you.
Yeah. Wild. Ooh. Ooh. That was like 3 years ago, and I'm literally reliving it. Like, oh, wow. Cryo was not as intense. And I would do 330 in there. You're not allowed to do anymore.
Wow.
I guess you could freeze your shit. That shit's like negative. What is it? 250, 280?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. That shit's wild. I miss it. That's it's fucking nuts. We take head meds and all we need is a freezer.
Yeah.
Straight up. If everyone was cryoing every day, I guarantee you the head med business would go out of business. I know not everyone can afford that shit. It's expensive.
It's funny that people get depressed in the winter, though.
Because
no sun.
I was going to say that's not the cold, though, because they're locked inside.
Yeah.
You're from there. You know. In Edmonton, I just stayed in. I was like, well, Squid Games it is. That's crazy. And that was nothing. Like, oh. Yeah. Talk about mental toughness. You better have a game plan for winter. I would do too many drugs and masturbate too much. If I'm just being real honest. I battle. I get to good places, and then you go, enough of that. Darkness is coming. Time to get dirty. Let's look up Glory Cole Confessions again. Oh, man. Fuck porn. It's so addictive. I had a love and hate relationship with it. I got off it for a little while. I'm back. Don't do too much porn. It'll mess you up. It'll mess you up. And those targeted ads, just stop it. What is that? Now I gotta see. I wanted some regular big booty porn. Those advertisement, those fucking cartoon half animal shit. Guaranteed to make you come in 3 to 4 seconds. I don't want to see a fucking centaur fuck a woman in 3D, you sicko. Who's fucking funding this? Meta? You back there? We gonna be fucking in the metaverse, you little sickos? They fucking just cheer. You're like, hey man, how about big tits? You want to? You put that? I can pick big tits. Okay, cool. Yeah. Fucking centaur with a horse cock. Get out of here. I don't care if it is virtual or anime, cartoon. Ugh. Sick shit, man. Fucking normal. And then someone's gonna click it, and then they're gonna get into that, and then now you got furries. Now there's more furries than ever, and you got a big guy with a big dick and fucking wearing a horse costume, going to the party, and some other weird girl's gonna be into that shit, and then you just caused more mental illness. That's what you did, porn industry. Go fuck yourself and your dark entities. Regular porn. Can we have some safe sites? Regular porn. I mean, not too regular. You know, I'm a dirty bastard too, but just none of the sick shit. I know I went too loud on the sick shit. He'll fix that. Yeah, that shit. Too extreme. Ooh. Thanks for making me hate myself, porno. Anyhow. I think I'm done. Let me just look at the phone one more time for any impactful notes. Yeah, you know, we're just out here. We're just out here trying to be men of God and do better. women of God, human beings of God, trying to be of better shit. But, you know, the world is got a lot of dirt. And, you know, God made dirt and dirt busts your ass. That's what ODB said in one of his songs. So
Is that what he says? I could never
he
figure
said,
that
God
part
made dirt and dirt busts your ass.
That's in Baby I Got Your Money, right? Yeah.
That's my favorite lyric of his because it makes no sense.
Yeah, I could never
And it
figure
doesn't
that
even
out.
rhyme. And it's hilarious. Oh, man, I got chocolate on my crotch. Damn it, I knew that. Dude, those milk chocolate covered peanut butter filled pretzel nougats. Trader Joe's, you know what it is, $3.29. I don't know, they may have changed the price. It's an old joke, but it's a product I still buy.
I bet it's $4 now.
It's $4, $3.99. I took those to Washington D.C. and I ate the whole bag. Those are too rich. They're so good. Peanut butter, milk, chocolate, fried pretzel, salt. You're high. You're just. What is with it? What? What is it with? What is it with weed making you eat until your stomach hurts physically every time? Every time. That's also why I'm drinking the poo-poo tea. I have to purge the licorice and the peanut butter filled milk chocolate covered pretzel nougats. I said that backwards. It all is the same. What does it matter? We're all gonna die. Give me the peanut butter. You eat it until it hurts. That's why that Louis joke is so funny and so true. He says, I'm not full. Fuck, I forgot the bit. I want to do it correctly. That's why I hesitated. Wait, he said, I'm not through with my meal when I'm full. I'm through with it when I hate myself. And that's so true. I'm not done when I ate a healthy amount. Just a little bit of each and wait 15 minutes. You just wait. And you're like, oh, it's fine. No. Diarrhea City. Bring on the pain. Bring on the pain. God don't love ugly. So I don't know what that means, but I know Tupac said it one time, and I like to say it. He said Billie Holiday saying, I'm forgetting my Tupac lyrics. I'm slipping, y'all. That's two different songs. That's why it threw me for a loop. It's the one with Nas. Remember that?
No.
How do you not remember that? Hang on. Oh, it's coming to me. Hang on. I'm channeling it. Come on, Tupac. The Tupac and Nas son. Heaven's Got a Ghetto. I wonder if Heaven's Got a Ghetto. That's not it, though. It's about heaven. Thug's Mansion. Ain't no place I'd rather be.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris. You're leaving me hanging, bro.
Wasn't that a posthum? Like, he was already dead and somebody
was already
put that
dead,
together.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that was off the Loyal to the Game album that Eminem produced. And
Oh, yeah.
it only had 2 good songs on it, and I love Eminem, but let DJ Quick produce that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It didn't have the Pac vibe at all.
It had those Eminem, like, synth beats throughout the whole thing.
And it was awful. And I'm a diehard Eminem fan and a diehard Tupac fan. Those 2 good songs. There was the Thug's Mansion off that album, the acoustic and the radio play, a banger, whatever hit. And then DJ Quick, Loyal to the Game, Eminem was on the track. He did Loyal to the Game, and then DJ Quick did a bonus track, same song, produced by DJ Quick, and that shit slaps, and it's so hard. Oh my God. DJ Quick, we need you for the whole album. Anyhow, he said then some ladies named Billie Holiday. I can't rap. This is why I'm a comedian, y'all. I can't even sing the rap that I've heard 50 million times. Sorry, I was all over the place there. And then in my favorite song by Tupac. One of them, I have different Tupac moods. I think my favorite song is Violent off the Tupacalypse Now album. But then if I want to feel like angry and thug and hold my pistol, it's like, ooh, Intro to Machiavelli, Bomb First. You know, that's a banger. Or Hail Mary. I mean, that shit is so hard. Me and My Girlfriend is about love ballad to a pistol. There's a lot of gangster shit by Pac. But my favorite song, because it makes me feel good every time, is Hold On, Be Strong by the on the Are You Still Down album. And that's where I got the quote where he said, God doesn't love ugly. And that means being ugly, you know, being vindictive, stealing from your neighbor. Walmart's okay. You stealing from Bezos? Okay. You stealing from your neighbor? You're going to die. You just Robin Hood if it's from Bezos. You know what I'm saying? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Have no idea. Have no idea. Anyhow, I just love you all. We're just big balls of love and light. And as I'm saying that, I'm humping the air right now. And I don't know why I'm doing that either. I'm a weirdo. Anyhow, I'm starving now. I truly love you all. And keep your heads up out there. Maybe the world's getting lighter. Just turn the news off. Go to nature. You'll be all right. Remember what I said. Because I don't. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Rate.